You have three choices, Edward. One, you reinstate Skye immediately, preferably before she gets back.
No, that's absolutely out of the question.
A lengthy prison sentence, forfeiture of your accounts and major fines.
I will not
three,
be
you find
intimidated.
yourself a developed country without extradition and make a run for it. So without ELQ to control, Edward turned his aggression on your family. So he gave him your proxy to focus his energies elsewhere. That was a generous thought, Lila. It's probably good for the rest of your family, but you didn't consider Skye.
I love Skye very much, but she has you now.
I'll do whatever it takes to protect Skye's interests.
And I'll continue to support my husband.
I adore your wife. I always have. But that's not going to stop me from removing you from ELQ.
No? Do your worst.
Dr. Quartermain.
Oh, hello.
I apologize for barging in on you at work, but since this directly affects you and your family, I thought you'd want to know as soon as possible.
What's Skye done now?
Why must you assume that Skye is at fault?
When is Skye not at fault?
Skye's had her job and her company stolen out from under her by Edward.
Father kicked Skye out of ELQ?
You either seem genuinely surprised or you do a good job at covering. Either way, you should be concerned. Edward is provoking me, and I have every intention of retaliating.
Retaliating? How?
Well, dismantling ELQ springs to mind. Raiding your subsidiaries, devaluating your stock, you know, the sort of stuff that I do best. The Quartermains could experience a complete reversal of fortune, unless you get Edward under control.
He's serious.
Yeah, I picked up on that.
The problem is he can make good on his threats. And if he does, we could be faced with bankruptcy. Unless, of course, we convince Father to retire.
We're going to have to get creative, that's for sure.
Whatever we have to do.
A few months ago, Edward, I took your entire company out from underneath you without even breaking a sweat. It's not a good idea to provoke me.
Well, my financial demise has been greatly exaggerated. I have never felt more fit, and I am hungry enough.
Why the hell am I locked out of my office, and who do I have to kill to get back in?
Have an office anymore, Skye, and your name will not be found on any door here at ELQ. I was thinking of putting it on the custodian's door, but since I'm doing all the cleanup from the mess you left, I realize that that won't work. You need to also know that you no longer hold controlling interest in the company that I started from scratch. And you, young lady, are very lucky to be sleeping with a wealthy man who can keep you fed and clothed as long as you maintain his interest. After that, you're going to find yourself out on the street with your brother AJ groveling. So, if you both will excuse me, I have some more pirating to do. Have a nice day.
That's why I asked you to breakfast.
Please tell me those were the rantings of a delusional man.
Look, Edward took advantage of your trip to Bangkok, okay? He pulled off something of a coup, but really, it's not a big deal. Don't worry about it. It's part of the
Don't worry about it? What? I go out of town on an emergency call, and I get a call from Thailand, and I'm not CEO anymore? What should I do? What should I say?
Calm down,
Gee,
calm
easy
down.
come, easy go. Or why didn't my silent partner give me a call?
I did call. I left you a
Oh,
message.
Edward's on the move?
Look, Skye, I know how you feel, all right?
No, you
But this
don't
is just
know how
part
I
of the
feel,
game.
Tex. You don't know how I feel. But you know what? I can help you out with that.
Skye is part. Sorry.
Taking Edward into retirement like you were supposed to be doing. Come on, Alan. Jax is going to pulverize ELQ, leave us penniless unless we get Edward into retirement.
Having Petra in our back pocket will be a big help.
Well, she was looking for a lot more than just your back pocket.
She is a potential ally that has useful information.
Oh, and she would have gotten a lot of information if I'd let you two alone for another 10 minutes. Did you manage to get any information before you were waylaid?
She was here when I walked in. What?
List. Jax's top 10 performers. And Edward has crossed out 2, which means he's out to raid Jack's stock portfolio.
Well, if Father's already gone into action, that means that we're at war and we have very little time left.
Certainly no time for back rubs.
Can you please let it go?
I'm not going to have Edward jeopardize our family security. I mean it. He has got to be stopped.
Stopped? I don't think so. And I pity the poor fool who tries.
Skye, if you want to destroy something, let's destroy Edward, okay? Skye, come on. I want to change. Okay, get up!
Go with me!
Stop.
Go with me! Go with me! Look, Jax, let go of me!
This is your strategy? You throw a tantrum? Okay, come on, stop,
Let
all right?
go of me now!
Listen to me.
If you can't stand to lose a couple of rounds, then maybe you should get out of the game.
Oh, this game? You're talking about, Jax? This is my life, all right? I didn't simply lose rounds. I lost knowing who my parents were. I lost that sense of identity and belonging that every other kid had, all right? I wasn't outsmarted. I was sold. And years later informed that I was neither wanted nor missed by my family. Do you really think that this company is about business to me? I mean, where have you been all this time? Tell me. Who have you been sleeping with? Not me. Taking over ELQ was about more than getting revenge on my grandfather. It was about proving that I was better, faster, smarter than any of the Quartermains, the old man included. And no one thought that I could do it well. I did it, all right? No one saw it coming, but I did it. And maybe I didn't do it single-handedly. But then again, neither of them thought that I could ever get you to take a second look. I didn't only hurt Grandfather's pride when I kicked him out of ELQ. I earned his respect, and I kept it every single time that he tried to force or trick or badger me out. Pushing me out was his way of saying that I'm a mistake, disposable, a misfit, Jax. And you let it happen. You let me think that I had somebody watching my back, and your only explanation to me is you tried to call? Jax, you climb sheer ice walls that are 10 stories high. You want to get something done, it gets done. You just didn't care enough. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe you were momentarily caught playing another game that had your attention, huh? Well, I certainly made a mistake by letting my guard down against my grandfather because I thought that you were watching my back. You know what? No more. That's it. I'm cutting my losses and I'm folding.
Skye.
I'm not going to let you fold.
Father, there's something you need to know.
Get on with it.
We got the report on your heart. Seems that the cardiac surgery was not as successful as we thought it would be. Your heart muscle is not very strong. As a matter of fact, it's too weak for another surgery. It's even too weak for you to go back to work. Now, if you decide to go back to work, your chances of survival are slim to none. So what we recommend is an open-ended retirement, maybe an extended cruise.
I hate cruises. I'd rather be caught dead. In fact, I would rather keel over right now than be trapped on a ship with a bunch of creaky old retirees.
Okay, forget that. I mean, you could hire a yacht and you and Lila could just sail the Mediterranean. Or you could take up painting like Winston Churchill did.
My best medicine is power. Just this morning, I closed a deal on a chain of department stores.
Since when have you been interested in retail?
Since Jasper Jax set his sights on Wilburton Limited. Swallowing it up before that Aussie raider could dot his I's and cross his T's was better for my well-being than a month at a spa. I have never felt healthier or more invigorated in my life. Now, I have work to do. And not a word to Lila about that other stuff.
Well, now you've got us involved in an idiot medical hoax that Edward's going to debunk in a phone call.
Look, it was the best I could do on short notice. Did you have a better idea?
Well, I kind of like the one where you scoured his office and came up with something against him, instead of getting back rubs from Petrushka. Well, the weak heart story isn't going to fly, Ellen. We're just going to have to sit Edward down and reason with him.
Reason with
Yes.
When did you ever know that to work? No, we have to stretch the medical story even further.
You're kidding me.
I am. I am not kidding you. We'll build on it. We'll make him think he's going to die tomorrow, or maybe the next day.
Going to work and
It
no
will